When David Beckham first burst onto the scene, he wasn't just another young footballer, he was the golden boy of England. With that famous right foot, his bending free kicks, his calm elegance on the ball, and let's not forget, his movie star looks. Beckham became more than a player. He was a superstar, England's sweetheart. Women who didn't even care about football were suddenly glued to their TVs whenever Manchester United or England played, just to watch Beckham. But here's the thing. Fame in England is fragile, and as quickly as Beckham rose, he came crashing down even faster, because in one moment, a single flick of his leg, David Beckham went from being adored by millions to becoming the most hated man in the country. This is the story of how one red card nearly destroyed Beckham's career, and how he clawed his way back to redemption. The Rise-Its 1997. David Beckham is 22 years old. He's already been crowned the PFA Young Player of the Year, handed the legendary Manchester United number 7 shirt, and finished the Premier League season with the most assists. England fans are buzzing. They believe Beckham isn't just the present, but the future. And the 1998 World Cup in France would be his first chance to shine on the global stage. But from the very beginning, things didn't go smoothly. England manager Glenn Hoddle publicly criticized Beckham, saying he wasn't focused enough on the tournament. Imagine your own coach, days before your first ever World Cup, telling the world you're not serious. For a 23-year-old, that's brutal. As punishment, Beckham was benched for England's first 2 games, but in the third match, against Colombia, he finally got his chance. And boy, did he take it. From 30 yards out, Beckham curled in one of his trademark free kicks, his very first goal for England. A stunning strike. Just like that, he earned his starting spot for the round of 16. England versus Argentina. The stage is set now. Fate has a twisted sense of humor. England's opponent in the knockout stage, Argentina. The same Argentina that knocked England out in 1986 with Maradona's infamous Hand of God. For England fans, this wasn't just a game. It was revenge, and the match itself was pure chaos from the very first whistle. In just 10 minutes, the game was 1-1. Then, a teenage Michael Owen scored one of the greatest goals in England's history. A breathtaking solo run that put England 2-1 up. The 3 Lions were flying. But just before halftime, Argentina struck back with a clever free kick routine. Suddenly, it was 2-2. Still, England looked strong. They were the better team. All they had to do was keep calm and carry on. But then, the moment that changed everything. The kick that shook a nation early in the second half. Diego Simeone, Argentina's captain, fouled Beckham near the halfway line. As Beckham lay on the ground, he flicked his leg out, catching Simeone. It wasn't violent. Barely a touch. But Simeone went down like he'd been shot, clutching his leg in agony. The referee had a decision to make, and in the 47th minute, out came the red card. David Beckham was sent off. England were down to 10 men. If VAR existed back then, maybe the decision would have been overturned. In fact, Simeone later admitted he exaggerated the incident to get Beckham sent off. But at the time, none of that mattered. Beckham was walking down the tunnel, head bowed, while an entire nation seethed. England fought bravely. They held Argentina to 2-2, took the game to extra time, and even scored a goal that was controversially disallowed. In the end, it went to penalties. Argentina won. England were out. And the blame fell squarely on one man, David Beckham, the villain of England. The reaction back home was vicious. The media tore him apart. "Heroic Lions, one stupid boy," screamed the Daily Mirror. The Sun called it a moment of madness. Fans hung an effigy of Beckham in London. Newspapers printed dartboards with his face at the bullseye. He received death threats, bullets in the mail. People spat at him in the street. Even his wife later admitted he sank into deep depression. From national hero to public enemy number one. And it didn't stop when club football returned. At every away game, fans chanted, "You let your country down, Beckham." Imagine being 23 years old, carrying that weight on your shoulders. For most, that would have been the end, but not for Beckham. The long road to redemption. For years, Beckham lived under the shadow of that red card. Even at Euro 2000, England fans were still booing him, still blaming him, and after one match, Beckham snapped, sticking his middle finger up at the crowd. By now, even the media admitted it had gone too far, but the scars remained. Then came October 2001. England needed a result against Greece to qualify for the 2002 World Cup. They were losing 2-1. Heading into stoppage time, up stepped Beckham. One free kick, one chance. He curled it into the top corner. Old Trafford erupted. England were going to the World Cup. In that single strike, Beckham's sins were forgiven. The villain was reborn as a hero. The final redemption at the 2002 World Cup, destiny gave Beckham the chance for revenge. Against Argentina, he stepped up to take a penalty. The pressure was unimaginable. Miss, and he'd be haunted forever. He scored. England won 1-0. Argentina went home. After years of hate, David Beckham had finally completed his redemption arc. Legacy looking back. Beckham's story is a reminder that football is about more than just goals and trophies. It's about passion, pride, mistakes, and redemption. One moment nearly destroyed him. But resilience, and that golden right foot, made him one of the most iconic figures in football history. David Beckham's journey shows us that even heroes stumble. What matters is how they rise again. And if you think Beckham's red card was dramatic, wait until you see the goal that was never counted and changed football history forever. Click here to watch that story.